What's up, people? I know you're wondering, Deb, that's all great that you hear and all of that old stuff, but what happened to you on Friday? Lady Boss knows the story, but just suffice it to say that it was an unavoidable situation, and it just anyway, it's all dealt with now. I'm on the mend. It's one of them things. Uh, but we'll do that show that I was gonna do. We'll do that on Friday. But I welcome everybody to the show. This is What the Fuck Tuesday. My name is Deborah Cooper. I am the host of this fantabulously wonderful, and entertaining hour and a half that we'll be spending with you. What we do each Tuesday is get together and go over advice questions that have been submitted the week before by people. And I read them on the air, then I give you an answer to them. This week, I'm taking off my cover page because I always like to know how many questions I'm on the hook for before we even get started. 21. Okay. Didn't we have 21 last week? 21 is a good number. It's your favorite show on YouTube. Yay. Thank you. Well, let's get started so we don't waste any time because we never know how long these letters are. If you guys have somebody that you think would like to listen to this, be sure to send them out the link. I probably should have done that myself. As a matter of fact, let me just do it right now. And since I'm not in Facebook jail, I can do that. I can do that once again. Oh, God. It says I changed my password. Well, shoot, I don't know what it is. So I guess we're not going to do that, but we'll just go on with the show. Okay, this is from a female, 37 to 45 in the UK. I found out that my husband has been cheating on me for 10 years. Okay, first sentence out the gate is already some nonsense. On and off with the same woman. Okay, that sounds like you the side chick. That's what that sounds like. I found a different email account going back to 2008 where it takes them hundreds of emails and 2 years to get busy. According to these emails, they only had oral. She did not want more. The emails spanning 10 years show their breakups when either my husband dropped her or she dropped him. She's married with kids like us. He's offered her jobs on 3 different occasions. They work in the same field. Okay, so going on, that was 3 years ago. Then this past Monday, there are more messages between them. My husband reached out to her, asking her if she thinks about the past. They go back and forth at midnight. He's trying to rope her into eggplant talk. Hey, Leandra. She doesn't give in. Eventually tells him that she has guests and it's a late night, so can they talk tomorrow? My husband didn't reply, and I haven't seen anything else. I cannot begin to describe how hurt and betrayed I feel. I have known of NSA affairs. That means no non, eggplant activity. That he's had. He's very good looking and women swarm him. I always know that they would blow over and always have, but I never ever imagined the amount of deceit and manipulation that goes into having a 10-year affair. But another part of me says it's not a real affair since they never actually had eggplant and it's never lasted past a few months at a time. I can't figure out if I should count my husband as emotionally involved with her or if it's just eggplant like the others. And why would he go back to her now? I understand he needs it, and I give as much as I can, but that doesn't seem to be enough for him. Is this woman worth ending my marriage over? Girlfriend, you don't even understand. Your marriage been over as soon as he met this woman. Okay, so that was, you don't say, wait, how long have you guys been married? Did I miss that part? Okay, you don't say. All you say is that he's been dealing with her for 10 years, but you don't say how long you two have been together. But however long you were together, once he met her and started in with her, and this has been going on for 10 years, then whatever you thought you had as far as a marriage, been over. So you're looking at it like you're be ending the marriage because of her. No, you're ending the marriage because your husband has never really been your husband. He's just like community D. That's what he is. And you don't seem to get that. And I'm looking at all these mental gymnastics that you're doing. Well, it's not actual egg planting. They never actually did, and they'd always blew over this. That didn't bother you that your husband is here and there and hither and yon, emotionally, physically, psychologically, verbally, in every other kind of way with all these different women. That is why you should end the marriage. It's wasting your time. You don't have any kind of real solid commitment with this man. You're just there just to be, quote, the wife as a title. But, and you're going through all these conniptions and going through all these changes. Well, I give him as much as I can. He wouldn't be able to touch me with somebody else's dick. Okay, that would be my thing. You can't. Oops, I see. I was trying really hard, but oh well. No, that would just not happen. And all this looking he's doing and chasing up behind people from 10 years ago and don't you miss what we had and all this kind of stuff. He's thinking about her. He's not thinking about you. He's not thinking about hurting you, damaging your marriage, nothing. Your children, nothing. He's thinking about himself. So that's why you would end this marriage, because it's a joke. It's a joke. You don't get it though. Oh. I'm sure I'm sure there's thousands of cases like this. Especially with the advent of the internet and all these sites where these men, they're just designed for people to cheat, and that's what they do. So they meet somebody online and they can carry on an affair with them, and then you don't know where the person lives in comparison to where you are. So I'm sure there's probably hundreds of thousands of very similar cases just like that one, that we could talk about. Yes, thank you, Jim Doll. Everybody post their like, hit that like button. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider becoming one. We're getting on up there in our numbers. It's going really well. All right, let's move on to question number 2. This is from a female in the 30 to 36 age group out of Alabama. My little cousin, who is 23 in university, randomly called asking if I'd be willing to co-sign her student loan. What? She swears I won't have to pay it back, and apparently she's already used different people, such as her grandma, sister, and brother. And I want to say her mom as well. I asked her why she doesn't just get a Parent Plus loan, but neither of her parents have credit that's good enough. I feel bad because immediately I told her no, and she went into, well, I guess I'm not going to school this year. I gave her an option of a university that's way less expensive in the same city that I graduated from, but she said she didn't want to go there. While I love her, the idea of signing anything for anyone outside of my husband or child scares me shitless. The thing that gets me is she won't switch schools. She goes to a school that is $30,000 a year for in-state tuition, but there's a HBCU right down the road that's only $8,000, but she refuses to go there because it's, quote, too ghetto. I even tried telling her that they have an online program for the same degree that she wants, but she is determined to say how she won't fit in. Am I wrong to say no? Absolutely not. Because you're married, okay? Because you're married, and any debt that you incur is going to be debt for your husband too, and you don't have the right to do that to him. Okay, so you did right to tell her no. She was wrong to even ask you. But the bottom line is, why didn't this little heifer get a job? She's 23 years old. She can do like everybody else, go to school part-time or go to school full-time and work full-time. And then she can pay her own tuition. She's 23 years old. Okay, 18, 19-year-olds get a handout from the parents. Your ass is in your 20s. You need to be kicking it and figuring out for yourself. I wouldn't have gave her ass shit. You even gave her some good, options. I wouldn't even have given her that. I'm like, well, you grown, make it work, and hung up the phone. But people say that I'm cold and I'm all of that. But you trying to get in my pocket, and you have, options where you could go right down the road, like you say, that's one third of that price, less than a third of the price that she's paying right now, and she can still get that degree, still get the same, major and everything else, and even doing it online. Like you said, you gave her a lot of options, and she don't want that. She just wants somebody to go into debt for her ass, and I would have told her no too. Good job. Question number 3, female, 26 to 29 in San Diego. So my quote boyfriend, and she puts this in quotes too. My quote boyfriend appears to be married still. Ooh. We've only been together for 6 weeks. Okay, well, God, you barely know his middle name in that much time. Things move fast, and he asked me to be exclusive a couple of weeks ago. I've always had a nagging feeling in my gut that I could never figure out it was a warning or excitement. It was extremely passionate from the jump, with no red flags until just before he asked me to be exclusive. I'd stepped back because I didn't like how he was being at the time, as on 3 occasions he had made plans and then not followed up, so canceled, so leaving me hanging. Okay, why did he get 3 chances? Why did you do that? I'm wondering. You didn't see that as a red flag by the second one? By the first one? But I mean, a lot of people going to make an excuse about the first time. It's going to be an emergency. My car got a flat, something. Okay, so by the second time? We talked about it. He apologized. He gave his reason. I accepted them. Things improved. So on Wednesday, I was working with a friend and she asked how things were. I made some comments about being a bit unsure if I actually wanted an exclusive relationship with him because communication did improve, but he was never available, saying he had work emergencies or commitments to his kids. I accepted those reasons, but I was feeling it wasn't going to work for me just seeing each other once a week. I'd never expected to be a priority over his children. Anyway, I mentioned he was going away for Christmas with his ex and his kids and his ex's family. My friend thought it odd. I didn't really, I didn't really because my ex is very much a part of my life still, and he has kids with her, so it makes sense he would want to be with them over Christmas. I said if he didn't want to spend the week, he could drive back early. He said he didn't want to go at all, really, but wants to be with his kids and something or some other long excuse. And so then she's wrote like a freaking book. Let me skip all this. Okay, so anyway, she says, um, anyway, I messaged him. He sent an odd reply. I messaged back and had not any reply, so I blocked and deleted him. Everyone I've spoken to tells me to tell his wife. I don't really want to. I didn't choose to be the other woman. I don't want him back. I don't want drama in my life. What he has done is horrid enough, but it was only 6 weeks and he is a douche, so I'm not going to dwell on it. I barely knew this man. I don't want to be responsible for devastating her and probably her kids just before Christmas. Everyone keeps saying she deserves to know. I'm not like that. I have no spite in me for her, as obviously she hasn't done anything wrong. I'm hurt and feel foolish I fell for this man's crap, but I'm not an angry, like I'm going to ruin your life kind of angry. I know he shouldn't get away with being so deceptive, but I feel like it's not me to dish out this punishment. What should I do? You should mind your own fucking business. Because let me tell you how this goes down. You was the Wilhelmina foo-foo, okay? Because you was going for some okey doke nonsense. Just like I did the video I just put up. I think would it go live this morning? I don't know. I'm losing track. But anyway, it's part 1 and 2 series about 12 red flags that women often don't realize are telling them that this guy ain't about shit. Okay, you don't understand that's the message that you're getting by his behavior or the way he's talking to you, the way he's treating you. This is one of those things where he, just like magically don't show up, just leaving you hanging. Either he's married or he just a jerk. But either one, why would you want to continue seeing him? So, that's on you. That's just an L you got to take because all you had to do as soon as he did that the first time is be done. So whether he was married, where he went with his kids, all this other stuff that you wrote these 900 paragraphs about, irrelevant because you knew everything that knew to make a smart decision about dealing with this man the first time he did that. Okay? You decide to stick with it though. So don't you dare pick up that phone and call his wife. And you tell all your friends that they're stupid and that you need to get new friends because they can't think their way out of a paper bag with both ends open. Your friends are stupid. And what they should be telling you is you need to be smarter and have higher standards and firmer boundaries for the nonsense that you're going to take from men. So yeah, he lied and you got caught. But like I said, that's just an L you got to take because you could have been in and out of that situation in less than a week. But you kept it going by dealing with his BS. Yes. You experienced all 12? Dang, nerd Sue. Well, probably most of us have at one time or another. But welcome. I see more people here now. Welcome to the show. We're doing What the Fuck Tuesday relationship advice stream and reading advice questions and giving answers right here on the air. All right, so let's move on to question number 4. Female, 21 and 26, out of Raleigh. My boyfriend of over 10 years and I are both in a transitional phase of our lives. I just finished my master's and I'm currently working on starting this new phase of my life. He's working part time. Okay, so he's busy. I'm overweight, 290 pounds and 5'4". What? He is not. In December, for our 10-year anniversary, we went to Myrtle Beach. The topic of marriage was brought up, and he said he didn't want to get married while I weighed this much because he knew I wouldn't be happy, and he wanted to do all kinds of things with me that I can't do at my current weight. Wow. He just came right out and said it, huh? A few days ago, we brought up the topic of marriage again. One of my girlfriends is getting married, and I'm in the wedding. He's attending it with me. I told him I've almost come to grips with the fact that we weren't getting married. He's an atheist and believes it's a union before God and is unnecessary. He said it wasn't that. He loves me, but he cannot marry me at this weight. He just can't say yes to that. Hmm. He went on to tell me all the reasons he doesn't want to break up with me, but that he can't marry me. When I said, so we can spend the rest of our lives together, we can't get married unless I lose weight, he got quiet but agreed, basically. I told him, other than December, he's never mentioned he had a problem with my weight, to which he replied, I always have. Wow! I feel like I've been lied to for 10 years and have become increasingly distant in our relationship. He said he loves me, that he's sorry he didn't mean it like that, and that I'm right, and blah, blah, blah. I believe he's sorry, but I'm having trouble believing him. No, he went through all that explanation and all them details. This is what it was. This is his truth. So I went for a run today, and while I normally feel wonderful afterwards, I felt like a failure. My time for a mile was longer than normal. My breathing was out of whack, and my lungs were on fire. And I couldn't do more than a mile of walking/jogging intervals because of pain and frustration. I watched what I ate, but I ate too little, less than 900 calories, which I normally consume around 2,000. After which I binged another 1,000 calories. I lost 5 pounds a week before we had this talk, and now I feel stunted and angry. I tried to channel that anger towards working out, but in my heart, it's just not in it anymore. Any words of wisdom to help me get back in the game? I want to lose weight for me, but I'm hurt and hate that he basically took that from me by giving me an ultimatum: lose weight or never get married. I feel like it's about him now. How do I make it about me again? This is the guy who's doing like what I said in this video: marriage is carrot on a stick. When did I do that video? Probably about 3 years ago. But I will try. I'm not that good with remembering, but I will try to remember to put a link so it's, up there. You can just click on it and listen to it, because it talks about how men use marriage like this as like something like this, a hoop they're holding for you to jump through. Well, yes, I'll bestow my wonderful last name on yours and we'll be married, but you must do X, Y, and Z first. And what I think the thing I'm having the biggest problem, well, I know the biggest thing I'm having the biggest problem is if you've always had a problem with your weight and it was fine when he met you and it's been fine for 10 years, why is it not fine for you to be his wife? He's just bullshitting. So you have a decision maker. I think you get it, but you're still not willing to face the reality of this man just does not want to be married to you. You've been a convenience for him. And he's talking about he loves you. Anybody who loves you does not talk to people like that. These are his true feelings. And you're very greatly disturbed and very hurt by it. But is that somebody that you think that you could even be married to, who feels that way about you? Because people say, well, I've been big, I'm this and that, this and that. But you know what happens sometimes? We start off with, a really nice body or whatever, and then you have a couple of kids. Body changes. Or you get cancer. Body changes. You get in a car accident. Like one of my friends who went through the windshield. I mean, she had so many, like cuts and stuff on her face. It was always there even after plastic surgery because it was severe. I had to do a lot of repair to her face. And but you know what? Her husband loved her like I just never seen anybody love somebody like that. And it's the kind that would just like when she walked into the room, that man would light the hell up. Okay. So when you don't have that, and I witnessed this with my own two eyes, if you don't have that kind of acceptance, that kind of appreciation for who you are and what you bring to his life, how happy you make him as a person by being next to him, his partner. He's more focused on what you look like. That's not that's nothing to invest in. And I know you're not ready to hear this because you've lost 10 years of your life behind this man. But the best move that you could make for your self-esteem and your peace of mind and your future is to get rid of him. And I'm thinking by the time that you do that and you come to peace with the fact that he was not ever going to really give you what you wanted, you will lose weight. Like you'll reach a different kind of peace, and the weight will just fall off. So you won't have to worry about dieting and doing all this stuff. It'll just happen naturally. You'll naturally eat better. You'll naturally get better rest, and you'll naturally want to exercise and move more because you're in a better frame of mind. That's what I think. That's a very sad letter. Very, very sad. Yeah, she doesn't, she's feeling like he doesn't see her, she's not good enough, and that's going to destroy her. If she every time she looks at him, that's what she's going to be thinking. And so I mean, the only way through this kind of situation, she got to get rid of dude. Dude's got to go. All right, let's move on. Question number 5. Female, 21 to 26, out of Maryland. I'm the oldest of 4 kids. The second oldest is 19 and still in high school. Oh, I'm 21. I'm sorry. Okay, so 19, 20, 20. So she's 2 years older. He's still in high school for medical reasons. And the next oldest is 15, a girl. And my youngest sibling is 11 and a boy. Okay, so 3 girls and 1 boy. So next semester, I'm graduating from college, starting a new job, and moving away with my boyfriend. It's exciting, but it's scary stuff. However, I'm upset that my parents expect me to do their job for them and parent my younger siblings. What? To preface this, my childhood was very good. My parents are great, but they are what people call snowplow parents who refuse to let their children fail and want to hold their hands throughout life. My younger siblings, the 19 and the 15-year-old especially, are starting to rebel against my parents, and they are not well equipped to handle it. I was a very good child and caused no problems for them behaviorally. I didn't rebel at all. So this behavior from my siblings is shocking to them. I'm away at college. My parents call me all hours of the night, asking me, "Where's your sister? We can't find her. And your sister won't listen to me. What can you tell them what to do?" They also call me to rant about their parenting issues and asking me advice on what to do, but I always have no idea and I don't really want to help because it's not my job. I feel that because my siblings are younger, they either treat me like they treat my siblings or they treat me like I'm the third parent. How can I navigate this? I don't want to be an absent sibling, but I'm about to start my own life and I don't know what to do. I'm also concerned that acting as a third parent will cause my siblings to resent, not trust me. Have you heard of anyone else being in a similar situation, and what do you suggest they and I do? No, I haven't heard of anybody else. Well, I don't know. We've had some really weird letters lately from these, but mostly it's about these ratchet parents. Ooh, just like, okay, here's ratchet, and they're like way over there somewhere because they are just like the worst. So you don't have that problem, but they're still putting you in a situation that you shouldn't be in. So this is going to require you to have some boundaries, girlfriend. When your parents call with that, say, "I want you to not call me after 10 o'clock. I'm in school. I need to study and I need to rest. There's nothing I can do here about the problems that you're having with your children. You're the parents, not me. Why are you calling me with this?" Okay, you have to keep saying the same thing to them, become like a broken record. I can't do anything. These aren't my children. Okay, they're my siblings. They're not my children, and you have to keep saying that to them so they will get it. They just running around thinking that you're going to do something and help them parent the kids. I wouldn't do that either. Now, what you can do, the only role that you can play here, is if you reach out to your younger siblings and say, is there you guys need to talk about something? There's something that bothers you. You need to, you need something to vent, something like that. You're their sibling. You're their friend. You're their peer. Okay. You're not their parent. And don't ever assume any kind of role like that. My oldest brother used to do that to us, and it used to drive us crazy. No, because they're not being abused, Leandra, so there's nothing to call DCS or foster care about. And the kids aren't being abused and they're not abusing their parents. They're just being normal teenagers. That's normal. I mean, she was not normal because she was too calm and peaceful. So now the parents are experiencing normal adolescent and teen rebellious behavior. That is normal. Any textbook about child psychology will explain that transition that kids have to go through to separate from the parents to become an adult. The girl that wrote the letter is just doing it just now, and she's doing it a different way. But she's going through the same process, trying to find her own life and find her own way. Her siblings are doing it at a younger age, which is more age appropriate. She skipped that step for some reason. So there's nothing here that is abnormal. There's nothing that these children are doing bad. She didn't say that. They're just rebelling against the parents' strictness, snow plowing for them. They want to do their own thing. They want to make their own mistakes. They want to make their own choices. That is normal. Everybody wants to do that. So my that's my advice to you, girl. You're gonna have to find your voice and start telling your parents no, and then turn your ringer off. Call your boyfriend or whatever from 9 to 9:30, and then hang up the phone and turn your phone off so your parents can't call you. And that will reinforce the message that you've given them already. Do not call me after 10, or what at 9, whatever you want to make it, because I need to study and I need to get my rest. And I'm telling you, everything I just said is a be broken record. You're gonna only say that, and you're gonna keep saying that until they freaking get it. All right. Whoo, honey, these people are just special needs. Ooh, we. All right, this is question number 6. We got 6 of 21 for those of you who just wandered into the live stream. We're doing relationship advice today. This is Deborah Cooper and the crew here. Everybody staying under control because Lady Boss is holding down the chat room. She be in there strong, with strong arming folk. But everybody's pretty good. These are the regulars. Everybody knows how to act, so we don't have too much trouble. Question number 6. Okay, he's 30 to 36 age group, and he's out of Vallejo. I've been single for a very long time because of having extremely specific standards. 8 months ago, though, I met someone who is close to what I want. She is, and he's got a colon and some bullet points. A very cute face, very tall and curvy, with a body kind of like rap video girls. She's in school to be a doctor. She doesn't have any children. She's been with maybe 2 guys in her life, and she's very smart. She's a very good girl. She's loyal and loving, and she's super sweet. Wow, she sounds like a catch. Shit, if I was a dude, I'd want to date her. Here's the problem. She was maybe 25 pounds too heavy for my taste. She still looked great because she has a huge butt and a very narrow waist. This dude is 30 to 36. He's got a mind like a 16-year-old. Dude, you stupid. Anyway, let me go on. So I figured that would go away. Oh, wait. When I met her, she asked me to train her. I'm really big into physical fitness, so I figured that would go away. I taught her how to diet and eat correctly. She was a big time overeater, and now she's 100% on board. I've taught her how to work out correctly, but her motivation is absolutely horrible. She consistently cancels for horseshit reasons. I don't know what to do. I tried to break up with her once because this is a deal breaker for me. I plan on being in great shape until I die, so I need a girl who is the same. And she cried and promised me that she would take it seriously. Since then, we've argued about it multiple times, and she's always promised me that she would take it seriously and then falls off the board. She still goes 3 times a week, but it's always a struggle. Do I break up with her before we get any more committed? I love that girl, but I'm not going to be happy when I'm 40 and in awesome shape, and she looks like a middle-aged housewife. On the flip side, getting a girl like her is also into working out is extremely difficult, so I don't want to be alone forever either. I'm 30 with a pretty good-looking face and good shape, have a good job, make great money, have a nice house, etc. But even with all that, getting a great girl who's also huge into physical fitness in her mid-20s with no kids is so hard, and I don't want to be single forever. Okay, well, you said that twice. And you complain about her 25 pounds. You know 25 pounds ain't shit. I don't know what is wrong with you. You are worried about something. You stupid. That's what I'm saying. You worried about. You talk about she got a body like a video vixen or whatever, and then she got like 900 things on the checklist of 910, and you want to complain about the one thing. You focus on that one thing versus all the positive things that this girl brings to your life. That's why I say with absolute confidence that you are an idiot. Okay, you're stupid. You beyond stupid. You like out there outer space dumb. That's how dumb you are. You circling Mars. You that stupid. So you gonna fuck up and you gonna break up with her and you gonna spend the rest of your life wondering why you were so retarded and stuck on 25 pounds that you missed the best woman that ever walked into your life. And I hope you do. I hope you fuck up royally. I hope she leaves you and gets with a rich white doctor that loves every little pound on her body and tells her that she's a queen and a diva and he can't get enough of her. That's what I hope. And I hope you see her pictures of her wedding and her fabulous house and her fabulous husband and her little mixed kids on Facebook. And you sit there all sour and end up in MGTOW and red pill and mad because no other woman wants you because you talk too much shit and you too hard to get along with and you're too judgmental and your checklist is fucking ridiculous. That's what I hope. I hope all them things happen to you because that's a big lesson that you need to have happen to you so you can get some goddamn sense because you is just stupid. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Ooh, if you were my son, I'd be kicking your ass from here to kingdom come. Say, if you don't marry that girl next week, I'm disowning you as my son. That's what we're going to do. Because I would want that as my daughter-in-law. You see what I'm saying? That's who I want to be the mother of my grandchildren. And you sit up there talking all this stupid shit about what, 25 pounds. What a dork. I'm just telling you. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Just retarded. I just like I don't even know what to say. I'm just so disgusted with him right now. Question number 7. Female, 30 to 36 in Kansas City. I broke up with my ex for over 4 months ago after a very long-term relationship. He became very controlling and verbally abusive towards me during the last 6 months. Okay, well, that was good. Why did it last 6 months after that? Okay, I'd rate the relationship a good one overall, but we definitely had our ups and downs. We never lived together, but he was really pushing for that during the last year together. But since our breakup, he has tried to reach out to me by text under the guise of, quote, caring for my well being and, quote, wanted to share what's been going on with him since, quote, we were partners for almost 7 years. I haven't replied except for one time I just told him that I'm fine in the process of rebuilding my life. He then asked what that was all about, and I told him I didn't care to share that information. I then found out he met my son to pick out a TV, and they had dinner, but he didn't bring up me much other than tell my son he's been out a few dates and that him and I were in touch. Well, really? That confused my son, but I straightened it out. He also told me he started dating right after a breakup. It was a fix up by his friends and consisted of 6 dates, but he wasn't sure he wanted to continue that relationship, and he asked me if I was seeing anyone, to which I did not reply. Well, today he once again reaches out to me and says that no one has seen me anywhere and that it's kind of like Bigfoot. I suppose it was supposed to be funny, and I was traveling and or seeing anyone. And was I traveling or seeing one? I once again, just because we're not together, he says it doesn't mean he doesn't think of me every now and then. And he was careful not to bring me up when he saw my son. He then added that he'll be out on New Year's Eve at a restaurant and that we will be together, that we were out together for most New Year's Eves while we were together. Girl, that is a crazy sentence. As well as all other special times. He said he's lost weight and is now at 36 weights instead of a 38 again. Who cares? I don't want to be a jerk about this since we were together for a long time, but number one, I don't see myself back with him. And number two, I'm seeing someone new and I don't think it's right to communicate with my ex. And number three, I don't trust his motives. And number four, I don't want to be harassed if that's what this is. What should I do? Dummy, change your damn phone number. Instant solution. You can't figure that out? You 30 to 36 and you don't know how to do that. Change your phone number. He can't call you then. And what you doing having all these conversations with his stupid ass anyway? He became abusive and controlling, and he's still been abusive and controlling, and you ain't even with him. And you letting him do it by talking to him and engaging with him and having all these conversations and answering his questions and shit. That motherfucker would get, this number is no longer in service. If you reach this recording in error, please try your number again. That's what he would get from me. I don't understand you women. You want to keep the door open to these idiots so that you have some shit to talk about and complain about to me. Don't you know my nerves have worked? I hear this shit every week. I'm getting tired. Okay, y'all need to be doing better. I should not be getting the same questions like this of dumb shit people in their mid-30s. You ought to know better than this. Like you can't, talking about who cares. You let them have that conversation with you, so you must have wanted to know. You trying to front to me like you don't care, but obviously your ass did, because otherwise you would have hung up the phone. Oh my God. I just change the number. Okay, she got a new man. She has a son. She don't want to, she don't trust his motive. She don't want to be harassed. All these things she says, but she ain't changed her phone number. So see what I'm saying? It's like, oh look, uh, he's still calling me. I don't know why he's still calling me. I don't care what he's talking about. I don't know what's happening. He telling me all this stuff about his life. He asking me all this stuff about my life. But is this harassment? Oh my God. I just oh. Okay, anyway. Yeah, that's the simple solution to this. And I'm sure your man would love it too. All right. And then block him on social media if he knows you anything there. I'm just like, this is just so stupid. I just, God, these people are dumb. Question number 8, male, 21. Wait a minute. I see the dust is caught in my throat. Guess what is in here? She don't want his validation. She just wants some shit to talk about. See, this is the thing. As an aside, when you have a new man and you are really 100% into that man, you don't want no other motherfuckers calling you. You don't want them to have access to you. If they try to come to your house or interrupt your life that you have with your new man, you go ballistic because you don't want them fucking up your shit, right? These kind of letters let me know, even though they're with somebody new, they ain't really with them. They're still emotionally tied to the one who was abusive to them. Because otherwise, that door would have been slammed shut, boarded over, and cemented. So there would be no way he could, especially you don't have no kids with him. There's no reason for him to call you ever. And when you have children, you do have to co-parent, and so that's a different situation. But you have no kids with a motherfucker, and he's still trying to call you and be knee deep in your business and talking about I'm concerned about you. And I have a new motherfucker that's concerned about me. I don't need your concern. Stuff him up your ass. How about that? Oh my God. I had to get a swing. My nerves are getting worked. Whew. So, they write to me with this stuff, right? And it's under the guise of, oh, 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 my pearls. I'm clutching my pearls. I just don't know what to do. Oh my God, he's just bothering me so much, Deborah. Oh, in reality, you want that shit. You ain't fooling nobody. I know these games, okay? You must have forgot who I am. So you ain't, this is not going to fly here. And you remembering all the lines he said and all this old shit, and you think somebody don't know what's going on. Your new man needs to dump you. That's what he's wasting his time with you. Question number 8, male, 21 to 26 in Canada. Canada? I mean, that's a big country. Where you at in Canada, home skillet? Anyway, he says, I am currently studying at university and I live in the same city as my 23-year-old cousin, who is also studying. So my cousin decides he wants to live with me next year and starts bringing it up all the time. The only problem is he is bipolar and I find it hard to get along with him. He is a good laugh, but whenever I'm with him, I have to constantly look out for him and it feels like I'm babysitting. I know it sounds bad, but I just don't think I can handle living with him as it's a one-way relationship on my part. He's constantly asking me for money to feed his gambling problem and throws insults my way all the time. But I can't say anything to him or he would get upset and tell his family, and I would get a call from my family saying I should be more nice to him. Anyway, both mine and his family are convinced we should live together next year, and I don't know how to tell him and everyone else I don't know. Oh, God damn it! What is wrong with these men? You don't have no kind of testosterone in your whole body. You don't have no nuts. This shit is ridiculous. You 21 to 26, you are a grown man. Okay, you are a grown man. And you need to have your voice and tell these people, no, I'm not living with this motherfucker. I don't give a shit what you have to say. He is a gambler. He's mentally unstable. He's emotionally fucked up. And I don't want no parts of him. The fact that we are related by blood is a strictly an accident that I didn't have shit to do with. Now, I'm not going to live with him. And from this moment on, I'm not giving him a dime of my money either. Not babysitting some grown man. You want to live him to live with somebody, let him live with you. You think it's such a fucking good idea? Oh my God, these people. It's like, oh, see, but see, this is like, oh, I need an IV of some Hennessy. Fuck this. You know what I'm gonna start doing? Start next week when I do what the fuck Tuesday. I'm gonna be drunk as hell, and I'm gonna have me some Hennessy, and we gonna see what comes out of my mouth under the influence of that. Cause I know Google gonna be like, look here, girlfriend. Um, Your videos ain't gonna get no ads. So see, when that happens, y'all gonna have to come through with some super chats because otherwise it's gonna be a bad scene. But I'm telling you this little boy right here, he done worked my nerves. You need to man up. And you stop letting that cousin talk shit to you. He's up there talking. What did you say? Let me read what he throws insults my way, but you can't say anything, or he will get upset and tell his family. What? He wanted to talk shit to you. You're supposed to talk shit to him back. Shut up, you fucked up bipolar motherfucker. What do you think? You sit up there gambling and stuff. You mentally ill, deficient, fucked up freak. I don't want no. I don't give a fuck who you tell. You can tell the world. It's not gonna change nothing here. He wouldn't want to fuck with me. You better find your voice, boy. Question number 9. I started this show with all kind of good intentions where I was going to watch my language. I'm going to be good. I'm going to have a what the fuck Tuesday that actually can run ads for a change. No haps. All right, female 30 to 36 in the UK. I've been with my husband for 14 years. Married for 3. We have 2 children, ages 5 and 6. We have drifted apart. You think? You've been together with the motherfucker too long. Thanks, Jim Doll. Everybody knows, okay, Deb's language is getting rather spicy. Let's start with the super chats. Oh, we have drifted apart. We don't communicate. No affection or love or support from him. He doesn't seem to think of me. Like if I had a job interview, he want to ask how it's gone because he just doesn't remember that I had it. Wow. When my nan has been rushed to the hospital, he doesn't ask how she is. The only contact we have is eggplant every month or two. What? Which is awkward because we just don't touch each other any other time. Sometimes we don't even kiss during eggplant. What? Oh, these poor women. He's recently given up smoking marijuana and is now grumpy and snappy. And it's like living with Jekyll and Hyde. He won't discuss it with me, and I've tried many times over the years to explain we need to work hard and make it work, but nothing ever changes. I just want someone to love me and support me, and I'm not sure he can ever give me that. But he's a wonderful dad, and my kids are so young. I just don't know if can do that to them and take their dad away from them. Okay, you don't say if these are children or boys or girls, but I guess it doesn't matter. If he's grumpy and snappy and smoking marijuana, you don't want him to have custody because he sounds like an idiot. So, what I would suggest is you consult a divorce attorney and discuss co parenting arrangements and child support and visitation, and then you get on with your life. Because you can have all of these things that you want to have, you're just not going to have them with him. And the sooner you accept that in your 30 to 36 age group person, you're very young, you can go out and make that happen. Now, if he was a more responsible person, I would say, just give him custody of his kids. They don't have to be missing they can be with their wonderful dad and you can go on with your life and do what you want to do. But, I'm kind of concerned with this, he's a druggie and they don't tend to be the most focused. You know what I mean? They get to smoking when they're supposed to be watching the kids and then bad things tend to happen because they be all, and not really, it doesn't really register that the situation these kids, them standing up on the chair like that, trying to reach a shelf, that could be a problem. That maybe you should have him get down instead of laughing at him being up there because he might fall and break his neck, his back, end up paralyzed or dead. But you think it's funny because you high as a kite. So things like that. That would be what I would do. Because, I would not be, I'm throwing 30 to 36. Girl, we're going to hit them 40s and you're going to be getting that eggplant once every month or two. You're going to cheat on dude and it's going to be all bad. So you need to make sure that you handle your situation right now. Um, yeah, you concerned about all of it? Yeah, it's just a bad situation. It's a bad marriage. Too bad you've been with them so long because you feel like, because you were so young when you got with them, you probably don't feel like you really know how to be with another man. But I bet you one thing y'all better find out because dude is a loser. Question number 10, female 30 to 36 from the UK. Oh, wait. Oh, no, this is a different person. Wait, wasn't this other lady the 30 to 36 too? Yeah, okay. Well, okay, we got two UK persons. I've been with the same person for the last 21 years. I can't even date a motherfucker for 21 weeks. 12 living together. We have a 10-year-old son. He was my fourth boyfriend, but the only person I've ever had eggplant with. From the start, we had issues, but things just got worse over the years. During this time, he has yelled at me, threatened to beat me with words and by punching the wall next to my face, although he never actually touched me. He also blames me for his anger issues, saying I'm a lousy lay. Oh my God. A lousy mother and a lousy housewife. Oh man, what I hurt his feelings. Yes, I just work a part time job tutoring teenagers at a tutoring center, and the household chores are all my responsibility. He helps sometimes. He does small things. He doesn't know how to cook, iron, wash the clothes. Still, he always criticizes what I do. In his eyes, I don't work, and he always throws in my face that I'm a parasite and that he supports me and I don't give anything in return. Sexually, he's never happy and has already threatened to go to whores. Oh my God. When I was pregnant, he said that I was not competent to be pregnant because I was crying due to the hormones. When my son was born, I never had any help because he was a freelancer and could not take paternity leave. Still, he says he helped a lot. He doesn't trust me. He feels insecure whenever I goes out with my friends, even with females. Wow. The reason I'm writing, okay, thank you, God, you finally got to the point, is because yesterday he said I deserve to be spit in the face because of my ingratitude. And that was so outrageous. Just because I said that, sometimes I resent men because the men closest to me weren't great examples. My father would beat my mother. Thank God he's dead. He said it was such disgust that it really hurt me really bad. He didn't actually spit in my face, but it really hurt me the way he said it. The reason my nick is insensitive, bitch it. Huh? Because that's what he calls me when he is upset. Sometimes I wish he was right because I wouldn't suffer so much. I don't know what that means. Do you think I'm too prideful, sensitive, and spiteful, or is it abuse? Because his eyes, this is not abuse. We don't give a fuck what his eyes do. That motherfucker need glasses. Yes, you're being abused. You've been being abused for years, and you're not even married to them. You say you've been with the same person for 21 years. I don't understand why you would stay with somebody who talks to you like this and does this kind of stuff and treats you like this. But then, as I read on and you gave the answer, the men closest to you weren't great examples, you say. My father beat my mother. Thank God he's dead. Okay, so you grew up with this kind of stuff. See, so for you, this kind of behavior is normalized. You don't see it as the problem that someone like me would see it as, and I would dump him forthwith and right away. So that's why you're still there because of your upbringing. You saw this, and it's like to you, this is like what happens in relationships. It wasn't, that far from your reality. So what you have to think about though is your 10-year-old son. Your son is seeing all of this. Your son is learning by watching the two of you that this is how you treat women. This is how you treat a woman that you're supposed to love. You abuse her. That's what your son is learning. And he's learning it not because of you, but because you're not getting him away from that situation. See, you are like an accomplice. You're not the perpetrator, but you're an accomplice to the fuckery. So he's not happy with anything that you do. How you clean the house, how you screw, how you think, how you talk, how you walk, nothing. Nothing about you makes this man happy. So why are you there? That's the question. You say you're really hurt, and now he's telling you that you deserve to be spit. Have you be somebody spit in your face, and you're writing me, but you're not leaving. And I think you need to think about why that is. What is it you think is going to happen by you staying in this situation? What's going to be different? Just going to get more and more abused. I suggest you reach out to one of those battered women's shelters because they have groups that you can join. You don't have to be a member, part of their thing, but you can go to the group counseling, pay your little $10 or $15, whatever it is, and participate in that and start doing some healing because you are very, very messed up that you think that this is a relationship that you should have stayed in for 21 years. 21 years of that hell. I couldn't do that shit for 21 minutes. He would have said that shit to me, girl. I would have picked up the nearest blunt object and clocked his ass with it. See, that's why I would be in jail and you're not. I'd be like with the metal cup on the bars. Oh, I need bail money. I need bail money. Lady boss, start a GoFundMe and get me up out of here. No, that wouldn't work. All right, we're on question number 11 of 21 questions. We got 21 questions tonight. Whew, okay. Female 30 to 36, she's out of Miami. I've been married to my husband. Notice how many married people writing in lately. It used to just be mainly single people. I've been married to my husband for the past 3 years. We have 2 children. I'm happily married. He brought me a brand new home, and he's a dream come true. We are not of the same culture. He's African, and I'm from the Caribbean. We met and married within about 9 months, had a huge wedding. His family is right tight knit and very supportive. Meanwhile, my history isn't the best. My mama had me by a married doctor. He had a wife, but I was his firstborn child. I thought my stepdad was my dad until I visited my grandmother in the islands, and she brought it up. My dad didn't come around till I was 12, and he was terrible. He always talked about his kids, bragged to my face, would promise things and never deliver, and not speak to me for years. He would curse me out as a young teen and say he never wanted me. Instead of my mom putting him on child support when I needed things, I had to call him and beg and be subjected to his nasty rants. It was emotionally devastating, but she didn't protect me from it. Wow. When I went to college, he promised to pay. He left me a day before tuition was due and said he had a family to take care of. Let's just say later he died, even though he promised 50,000 inheritance, he left 5,000 and the life insurance policy on me, not him. My mother even took part of my measly inheritance from my dad by refusing to sign the paperwork for me to get it without me promising to give her some. Wow, you got some raggedy ass parents. Okay, she had her parents, my grandparents, who loved me and helped raise me. They were the only stability I had. Yet my stepdad was physically abusive and would put me and my mom out whenever he thought of it. When I grew older, I figured I could take care of myself. She called up my brother. She had him, and I was off alone in the world at college. Luckily, I was successful. I became an anesthesiologist. And while my brother's 30 and living at home while living off a disability and giving it all to her, I recently got married 3 years ago, and let's just say she was not happy. She ignored me when I got engaged and said my husband only wanted me for a green card. But he was here getting his second master's when we met. He was fine with or without me. She was rude and just saying how she didn't trust him or his family because of them being African. Even though she has never had a successful relationship, I got pregnant right after the wedding. Instead of saying I'm happy for you, was if that's what you want. Wow, these parents are toxic as hell. I dealt with that. Now we have recently, me and my hubby moved to a brand new home, and she didn't even visit for 2 months. She lives an hour away. Me being heavily pregnant with my second child at this point, our new stuff wasn't working. My husband asked my husband, she asked him if we needed anything on her first visit. She said to bring food. She brought a plate of food for herself only. Oh, man. I have cut her off completely, and I'm so tired of the rudeness. How do I handle family events when people ask where my mom is? Sorry for the long rant. Now that my second child is coming, my family is pressuring me to let it go and just accept that she is rude for the sake of my kids. Fuck them. Tell them no, because you don't want that rude bitch around your kids fucking their minds up. See, this is the thing about family. I don't know what it is about them always wanting to pressure you to be something and do something and be around somebody that is mentally and emotionally unhealthy for you. I don't know where that comes from, but it happens all the time. They want to interject their opinion about what your relationship would be with these toxic individuals instead of respecting the fact that this person has mistreated you for years. They never seem to think about that. They just want you, the victim of the abuse, to forgive the abuser. And so that's when you have to flip it back on them and say, look, this woman has mistreated me for years. She's mistreated my husband. She's disrespecting him, disrespected our home. She is just ratchet and raggedy, and I don't want nothing to do with her. The fact that I am her child is a total accident. I didn't have a choice in the matter, but I have a choice in whether I continue to relate to her, and I choose not to. Now, if you want to go over there and be with her, have at it. Nobody's stopping you. But don't you ever try to tell me what I need to do with my time and my life. I'm the sole one who decides that. And I don't want my kids around. I'm telling you, do not push your kids around a woman who talks like this about you and your husband. That would be the most dumbest shit that you could ever do. Because children, are innocent. And she's going to fill their heads with all kind of nonsense. And once they hear it from her, you won't be able to take it back. The only way that you can do this is the preemptive strike, which is keep her away from your kids. Keep her away. Keep her away from your husband. Keep her away from your house. Just forget you even have a mama. That's my suggestion. Yeah, I understand, princess. I have a friend like that too. Her grandmother was always making differences between the grandkids because she was on that light, bright, damn near white, bright as right, whatever that rhyme is. Her grandmother was on that, and this girl is more brown skinned, and the grandmother, even though she was brown skinned, always favored the lighter skinned grandchildren, and she would put her down and say horrible things to her and stuff like that. So her family was pressuring her when the woman died to forgetting and stuff. And she was asking me, should she go to the funeral? I said, hell no. What would be the point? She dead now. So if you go to the funeral, all you're gonna be doing is making a show for the people who's still alive. Do they gonna pay your bills? They care about you when you was in the hospital? Did they come see you? What? She said no to all of the above. I said, okay, well then you don't worry about what the fuck they think. You do what's best for your mental and emotional health, which is don't go see her. Don't If they send you some of her shit, send it back. You know how they want to divide up the person's belongings. Oh no, no, no. Send it back. I don't want shit from that hoe. And then, just move on with your life because you were happy all them years when you wasn't talking to her. You can continue to be happy. And that's the same thing with you, young lady. Concentrate on your husband, your fabulous house, and your fabulous children, and forget that you even know her. She just a hater. Okay, question number 12. This is from male, 37 to 45. Let's hope he's not as stupid as that other one from Vallejo. Lord have mercy. I have been in a relationship for about 5 years. This woman brought me so much happiness. Unfortunately, the relationship did not work out. I don't understand why I can't get over this girl. It hurts so much. I'm obsessed. I won't get into the reasons why it hasn't worked out, but I know she has moved on because she has to. Well, that would be no. You can't write to me and then tell me I won't get into it. That's an important part of the letter. Okay, you just want to skip over that. So we broke up, and then a week went by. She messaged me because she misses me, and then the cycle continues. We will break up again because she's moved on with someone else. She comes from a culture where she has to get married. So while having an emotional connection with me, she has got into an engagement with another man via her family. We meet up occasionally, and I'm not going to lie, I get intimate with her because I want more than friendship, and I end up sleeping with her only to feel close again. She refuses to tell me that she loves me because she says it makes it all too real about what we have. She just pushes everything under the carpet and doesn't acknowledge her feelings for me. Every night I see her online on WhatsApp and I get to thinking that she's talking to him. I just don't know what to do now because I finally accept that it's over because in the back of my mind I still hope that she'll message me anyway. But I'm not messaging her because I want her to miss me. But at the same time, I can't talk to her because I get upset because she cannot give me what I want. Even if I delete her number, I'm just going to end up re-entering a number to check if she's online. And now I'm obsessing about thoughts on her being with somebody else and going out for dinner and social activities. I honestly feel like my emotions for her are a curse. I feel cursed at the moment because I think about her so much. I think I'm going through depression at the moment because life isn't great in other aspects of my life, and she was my only outlet in joy. Can you give me an idea of just how to finally let go of someone? Even if I block her and delete her and change my number, that learning, he must mean that yearning. It's still there and it just does not go away. It seems to get worse as the days go by. Every day is like a marathon. I feel like I'm grieving in a death. Get your funky ass into some counseling. 37 to 45, acting like a love struck teenager. Get into some therapy. You know why? Because you sound like you're that type of guy who would be so upset if you saw her with another dude or you got heard that she was getting married and the wedding announcement or saw the wedding pictures or something, that you would want to do a murder suicide. That's what you sound like. Dudes who have this attitude that you're talking about, those are the ones who do that. Now, before you do that, and both of you end up dead, or you killed, hurt her, and then you end up in prison for the rest of your life facing electric chair or the little, lethal injection. I suggested you get some therapy because this kind of fixation on someone is not normal. It's not normal. She's playing a dangerous game too by keep fucking with you when she got somebody else. Because see, you don't the unknown factor here is this boyfriend's mentality. If he's crazy like you, both you and her and him could end up in body bags. This is not something I suggest that you continue to do, sir. You need to get yourself into some therapy and maybe move away from the area so you can't see her. Transfer your job to some other location. A lot of companies have, even if it's not their, they don't have another outlet. They have like sister businesses in other locations, business partners and stuff. So if you could transfer to a partner business that's connected with your job, whatever you need to do to get away from this woman. This is not healthy. This is not normal to feel like this and be fixated on somebody like that from 37 to 45 years old. You're too old for this. That's some teenager shit. Yeah, and getting mad. Getting all in his feelings about it and stuff. See, that's the part that's scary. Oh my God, why do these people write these letters so freaking long? Question number 13, male, 30 to 36 from the Netherlands. Wow. I apologize in advance for the long story and some spelling mistakes there might be. English is not my native language. So I've been married for 3 years now. She is from another country and came to live with my about 2.5 years ago. We bought a house together and everything was going great. The thing is that she is incredibly, and he put that in caps, lazy. She doesn't clean the house, cook, do the laundry, so do the dishes or whatever. All that while I'm supporting us the working the whole day. Whenever I confront her that she's smoking too much weed every day, she tells me that I play too much games and gets defensive. I'm currently feeling like this is a one-sided marriage and I'm really worried that this is going the wrong direction. I need to do everything, including making doctor's appointments. She also hasn't made any effort whatsoever to integrate into the country. She does not learn the language, study for her driver's test, search for a job. She gets out of bed around 1300 and drinks coffee for the rest of the day. Then I come home and into the same mess where I left it from. I'm really tired of babysitting. I'm thinking to break the marriage before children come into play. Although I would like to do everything I can to save it. You can't save it, sir. I mean, I appreciate that people want to try to, adhere to their vows of happily ever after and till death do us part and through good times and bad times or whatever the vows say. I appreciate that people have that level of commitment. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is you cannot save a marriage by yourself. A marriage is two people. It takes two people to be in it. It takes two people to make it successful. It takes two people to fuck it up. And it takes two people to save it. You would be doing this all by yourself. It's an impossibility. You're just setting yourself up to fail. So you can see that it's not working. The problem is, I don't know what the laws are in the Netherlands, but since she's not working and she came from another country, that means you probably had to like sponsor her or whatever in some kind of way. You need to talk to an attorney in the Netherlands and find out what you would be on the hook for financially with this situation. Are you going to have to send her back where she came from? Do you have to support her in your I mean, what do you need to do? That's the part that worries me the most. Knowing about these, out of country marriage situations, there's always a catch. So you need to find out what the catch is and how much money you're going to have to give her to get rid of her. But I think whatever it is going to be a good investment for you. That's never going to work. He's going to be bumping his head for the rest of his life trying to figure out what he needs to do with this ratchet, lazy heifer. Oh, she's not depressed. She just, you know what it is? I tell you what it is. He can't fuck. That's what it is. She's sexually frustrated. I know people don't like to think that. They don't like that. Why you just always just bust people out and just go for the gusto? I'm telling you, You got a woman who don't want to get out of bed. She's arguing with the man. She don't want to have nothing to do with him and stuff. She don't want to clean. She don't want to cook. She don't want to do nothing. She don't do nothing that would make him happy. Means he ain't putting it down. Okay, so she's married, miserable. Oh, y'all saying y'all saying she depressed? Like, what? Depression just like jumps on you like a mosquito? She depressed because he ain't hitting it right, and she's married, and she's stuck in some foreign country with some can't fuck motherfucker. That's why she's upset. I don't know why y'all don't understand this. I'm just sitting there reading it, and I can understand completely what she's feeling and why she's feeling it. But the bottom line is, that's not going to change, though. I mean, he is what he is. His skill level in the bedroom is what it is. And so she needs to just. I know everybody's like, you know what? You just have a dirty mind. I'm not on have. I'm just telling you that's the reality. He can't fuck. And so she's sitting over there mad as hell. And she was smoking weed and trying to sleep it off and pretend like this is not her life. But it is. And then she wakes up and then she just drinks coffee because she probably can't afford to drink whiskey all day. So she drinks coffee instead. I'm just telling you, I know that's what it is because otherwise she would be happy, you know. She's in the Netherlands. She don't have no seasonal depressant to order for 3 years. Come on now. How many seasons you are? There's one season in the Netherlands? No, that's bullshit. The only thing that's constant here is him. Okay? Him and he, because she want to get out the country, Faith. Remember, he brought her from another country. If you in a situation of poverty and hell, and somebody offers you a better life, I mean, he said they bought a house and everything, right? So she got a nice living situation. But I don't know if they have men in hoods in the Netherlands. I never been there. Maybe that's where she's from, Germany. But I don't know. He just said she's from another country, but he didn't say where. All I'm telling you is I know that's what it is. He's not gonna say it. Are there hood rats in the Netherlands? I don't know about that. But anyway, let's move on. But whatever it is, he can't fuck. She mad, and so they need to just get a divorce. Okay, I've spoken. Question number 14, female, 21 to 26 from the UK. I met a guy, only wanted fun and eggplant, but we accidentally fell in love. Oops. That's what she put. Now we're together and have our own place, and it's been 6 months. A while after we first met, he explained he had a kid that he didn't have a relationship with. He was young when the mom got pregnant, and neither of them wanted him involved in the kid's life. I wasn't impressed, but since I wasn't looking for a relationship with him, I decided it wasn't my place to care. Okay. Well, now she does want him involved, and not just with the kid, but with her as well. She doesn't know I exist. In fact, he won't even add me on social media. I think this is to make sure she doesn't find out. She calls him drunk to tell him that she wants to date him, that apparently their 10-year-old son wants them to get married and live together. I think he's scared she'll stop contact if he doesn't keep her happy. As far as I'm aware, he hasn't denied my existence, but he certainly hasn't brought it up either. He hasn't given her any hope that I'm aware of, but he hasn't set her straight either. Okay, that just remember I was talking about this in the video yesterday. That if you wait, no, went up today, earlier today, about the lies that they tell. They tell the lies of omission, leaving out important facts to try to manipulate somebody into believing something that isn't true so they can get what they want out of them. This is a perfect example. So she said, well, he hasn't said it, but he hasn't set her straight either. That's what I'm talking about. He has this woman living a deception as well as her because she doesn't know what he's really, what he's really told this woman or where she really stands with him. He's blown me away with how good he is with the kid when I see them FaceTiming, etc. The kid is clearly thrilled to have a dad in his life, and I support that 100%. Next week is Christmas. They'll be together drinking alcohol with his family and the family they made together. I'll be on the other side of the country, presumably not hearing from him as he rightfully focuses on his kids and wrongfully hides my existence from the woman he doesn't want to risk upsetting. I would never have signed up for this, but here I am, not really knowing how to cope. I need advice. Pack your shit and get the fuck out. That's what you need to do. You know, He says he was young when the mother got pregnant and neither one of them wanted him involved in the kids. Like, well, he's older now. Of course, he wants to be with his child, wants to be with his son. And obviously, if he was young, that could have been his first love. I have a video on this channel about men and their first love. They never fucking get over them. For the rest of his life, he's going to be tied to her emotionally. So you're thinking that, the fact that you live with him and you have your own place and all this, that it means something. That don't mean shit. What it means is he's using you to help pay rent while he works out a situation with his baby mama, which he's going to move you out and move her in with his kid. That's what's going to happen. Or he's going to move in with them. I don't know what size, you guys have a space that's big enough for the kid to have his own home room and stuff. But yeah, by the time they come back from Christmas, it's a wrap for you. I just want you to be aware of it. She gonna have them all to herself, her and the kid. They're gonna be living that happy family fantasy with his family and everything. And she's gonna make, if she plays her cards right, because I know if it was me and I was playing for a dude, I would make that shit so magical. He would want that to happen every fucking day. So if she got any kind of game at all, when he comes back rather from having been with her, you gonna be on the outs. He gonna tell you to get out because he want to be with his son. He want to be with. He want to make a family. He gonna get married to his baby mama. So you better brace yourself because that's what's coming. Question number 15. Well, the Dusty is her. She's stupid. I mean, it's like, with me, you got a man and the man's not acknowledging you to some woman that he's got a kid by. I mean, that's all you need to know. Otherwise, he would be, when he's FaceTiming, he would be FaceTiming, look, this is my lady, we live together, blah, blah, blah. He's not doing any of that. That's all she needs to know. That's all she needs to know. What do you consider a first love? It means the first woman who had his heart. The first love could take place at 15. It could take place at 30. I mean, it depends on the man. But whoever the woman is that he decided to give his heart to, who, he loves unconditionally. He can't get enough of her. In his mind, she's fabulous, wonderful. That she's like an angel from heaven. That's his first love. It might not work out, but it don't matter. That's his first love, and she gonna always be in his heart. And everybody else is going to be compared to her. Now, I know I've been a whole bunch of men's first loves. And so everybody that comes after me, they compare them to me. But it's the kind of thing that, what you going to do? So if you know that a man's still tied to his first love, you got to, understand your position and play it accordingly. And this lady is not doing that. All right, so we're moving on to number 15. This is a female, 21 to 26 from New Jersey. I have been dating the greatest guy for almost 3 years, but I've lied to him about a terrible situation for almost 2 years. Oh, God. As a background, my SO and I met at university. He studied abroad his senior year for a semester. During his semester abroad, I was at a Christmas party with some friends from my class. I had too many shots, and the friends I came with left without me. Okay, let me stop right here. Anybody who's in college right now, you go somewhere with your friends, don't you dare take your funky ass anywhere unless every person who you went to that damn party with leaves with you. That needs to be a number one rule. Every time that rule is broken, some girl falls victim to an assault and it's your fucking fault for leaving her there. Yes, I said it. You have a responsibility and an obligation. If you go as a crew of 4, 6, 12, your black monkey asses, white funky asses, whatever you are, you better gather up every one of them girls. And I don't care if she's so drunk, you got to get somebody to help you carry her to the Uber or whatever you doing. You get her ass out of that house, out of that party, out of that hotel room, out of that ballroom, wherever it is. You get her home and you get her there safely. That's your responsibility. I hate this shit. I hate these stories like this where y'all go off and you leave your friends. What are you doing? That is some fucked up shit. And I already know I know what's coming because it happens every time. Every goddamn time. Little selfish bitches. Walking out and leaving your friends there like you are such a major dick chase. You can't take care of the girls that you came with. I swear, they would not want me working in a college because I would read them the fucking riot act. I don't give a fuck. And it's like, you need, and then girls too, you need to go somewhere. Don't go nowhere with just two of you. It need to be at least four of you, four rolling, four deep. Okay? So, and then make sure that y'all are in shape in case you have to fight some motherfuckers to get up out of there. Okay? Don't be going nowhere by yourself in college, and don't be going with just you and some little skinny ass size 2 bitch. That ain't gonna do shit. You need to have some muscle. I used to like to roll with, like a trusted guy friend. I'm now. I don't. Okay, I know I'm all off track, but this is key. All these girls going around here, running off. Oh, well, I went off with Ronald, and we left her. We couldn't find her. You didn't look for her. Y'all should have been looking for her to take her with you. Okay, so this is already pissing me off, and I'm only on the second paragraph. Okay, here we go. Some guys in my class, here we go. See, I knew it. Offered to take me home. I take them up on their offer, and instead of bringing me to the house as I told them to, they dropped me off at one of the guys' houses and left. I knew this guy had a crush on me, and I knew I should have gotten out of the situation. How? How was you going to get out of the situation? I think I blacked out because I do not remember much from the night after this. They roofied you. I remember falling asleep at his house and him waking me up by kissing me. I told him no, and he stopped briefly. I then remember him trying again. I told him to slow down, and he stopped. After he tried a third time, he continued, and I was too drunk or out of it to fight. I woke up the next morning with the worst shame I've ever felt, and I threw up. I called my SO and sobbed on the phone. He was at a party at the time, and he asked me what was wrong in Italy. I told him that another guy had kissed me last night. I didn't have the nerve to tell him the rest because I felt too much shame and guilt. Oh, you poor thing. He asked if anything else happened with anger on his face. Oh, I guess they was, And I felt so much shame in the moment I said no, and I lied to his face. But I couldn't stop crying. I felt like the worst person in the world. He told me it wasn't my fault, but I never told him that this man had assaulted me. I think about this lie every day of my life. Right now, I'm working abroad, and we are in a long-distance relationship again. He flies across the world to see me in a week, and it's also around the same time of the year when the assault happened. I can't help but think, what if I had told him the truth? If I tell him the truth, would have just hurt him more than if he had never known. Is lying more hurtful to our relationship? Will he be more hurt that I lied to him about it for years than what actually happened? Is there even a point in telling him other than relieving my conscience? Any advice would be great. Shut the fuck up. Okay, this ain't your husband, some goddamn boyfriend that lives on the other side of the world flying around to see you. You girls with this don't want to tell these motherfuckers everything about yourself, and then you get the double whammy because then they judge you and just basically assault you all over again. Okay, you made it through. You told him what you felt comfortable telling him in that moment. This is about you. Okay, this is about you. You already told him the story. Stick with it. Okay, stick with it till the day that you die. Because you got to think about it. Okay, what if you tell him all of this? What is it that you think is going to happen? What? I mean, think about it. I mean, I'm just being honest. What magic do you think is going to happen that's going to benefit you in your relationship? How do you think that is going to be helpful to you as a person to purge your soul to this man and then him to get mad at you for lying to him? Okay, don't you understand that you just going to be setting yourself up to be hurt all over again? This would be a stupid thing to do. And I don't understand why all of you always want to just want to just tell everything and spill your guts to all these miscellaneous random ass boyfriends. They're not husbands. Okay, they're just dudes that you just dating. It's even bad enough when you are married to them. So I'm like, shut your mouth. Okay, shut up. You want to tell somebody, you go to some group counseling and you spill your guts there, cry it out, roll on the floor, scream, throw shit, whatever you want to do. You do it in an environment where you're going to get some support from women who have been through some shit just like you and a professionally trained counselor who is prepared to help you deal with those emotions, that guilt, that confusion that you feel. This motherfucker here is not prepared to do any of that. All he's going to do is be mad because you lied to him. Because he's simple and he's a man. Okay, and then they're going to be all in his feelings about it, and it's just going to be a bunch of drama. And you would have brought that on yourself by having a big fucking mouth. Shut up. You don't need to tell his ass shit. It was years ago. Let's leave it in the past and let it go. Like I said, if you want to talk about it, you go find you some therapy group and you talk about it in there. That's the only place you need to talk about it. Ooh, but yeah, this is just to reiterate, all of you students, and even if you're not a student and you a girl, an adult. That was my rule even as an adult. If I roll with the male female friends, when I leave, bitch, your ass better be in that passenger seat or in that back seat where you was when we went to wherever it was we went. Now you got some nigga that want to be messing around with you and stuff. That motherfucker can follow the car home. But when we go, you in the car with me because that's where you was when we went there. Now I'm gonna drop you off at your house. And whatever happens after that, that's on you. He follows us there and he gets out and he goes in the house with you. That's on you. But I did what I was supposed to do. My conscience is clear. I picked you up. I took you there. I brought you home safely. Okay, that's what I need for myself. So you little heifers that running around here leaving your friends different places after they've been drinking, your ass ain't shit. I just want you to understand that. You ain't shit to do that. Get your shit together. Have some social responsibility. They're supposed to be your friends. Act right. Treat them well. Protect them. And if they can leave, you leave, they leave with you. That's the rule. Everybody comes together, everybody leaves together. Do not ever deviate from that rule. Never. I don't give a fuck if you got to put on some brass knuckles and beat some motherfuckers' asses to get up out of there. That's what you do. I showed you I was a terrible person. Little thugette. But see, that's what happens when you have three brothers, and my oldest brother was just nobody's joke. I'm telling you, that boy, just like he went to Pepperdine and got his MBA, he could have also been up in San Quentin. If it wasn't for my father putting his foot on his neck and making him do what he was supposed to do, he could have went either way. So, but that's who I learned my ways from. So, mm-mm. Don't you treat your friends like that. Question number 16, female in the 26 to 29 group from San Fernando Valley. I'll make this as short as possible. My husband and I have been together since my daughter was 1 year old. Her biological dad and I were together since high school until my early 20s. He became abusive, among other things, and has never played a role in our daughter's life. Despite going through the courts to get his parental rights terminated, we were denied. He's never bothered to meet our now 8-year-old daughter. My daughter only knows my husband as dad. Okay, so when did you do this, though? If your daughter is now 8 years old, see, San Fernando Valley, that's here in California, so I know California family court law. With 8 years of him not paying any attention to his daughter, and you being married with another, to another man who's willing, this is the rule though, and this might be why you guys were denied if you weren't married yet. The court will terminate parental rights in a situation like that, but only if there is someone who is willing to assume them. Okay, they don't leave the kids with no parental, whatever figure. So they would terminate those, and your husband could then adopt her. But it's like a package deal. They only do it if there's someone willing to step up. And now that you have 8 years of him not being around, it should be doable. If I were you, I would petition again. Just because you were denied before, that doesn't mean anything now. Okay, so I just put that out there right now. My daughter only knows my husband as dad. Okay, that makes sense. He wasn't able to legally adopt her, but that doesn't change the fact that she's his child. My daughter's paternity has never been in question, but my family definitely knows that my husband isn't her dad. Despite that, my in-laws accept her as if she was born into their family. My husband and I have gone on to have other children. During the Christmas holiday last year, my mother wanted to spend time with her grandchildren, of course, including my daughter. When my daughter came back from her outing with my mother, she blurted out, "Daddy isn't my father. Grandma told me I have a first daddy." And she mentioned my ex by name. Oh my God. No, she did not. Of course, I confronted my mother about this. She said she told her because my daughter needs to live in her truth. Of course, we were going to have this conversation one day, but not until I felt like she was old enough to understand. My husband is upset about the whole situation and feels as if we should tell her that my mom was lying. My daughter keeps asking if it's true. I don't know how to handle this. Okay, so your daughter's 8 now. Wow, this is really tough. Because whatever you tell her, it's going to devastate her. There's just no way around this. Your mother is a fucked up, evil ass bitch. Okay? I don't know what else to say because for her to feel like she has to get back at you by hurting your daughter, that's what she did. Now, if it were me and that were my mother, I would never speak to her again. There would be no way she could forget she knew I would change my number and send her a letter and tell her, bitch, you are not invited to anything to do with my children, my husband, or me because you violated every rule possible. And that would just be it. We would be severing all ties because what she did was try to intentionally hurt a child, throwing all that stuff in there. And I don't understand that kind of mentality. That's something as the parent, that's your decision for when you tell your child and what you tell your child. That's not her decision to make. And for her to do it in a way like that, where she just blurts it out and tells the kid the name and all this kind of stuff. I mean, how is a little 7-year-old going to process something like that? And you're not even there to try to explain it to her. She just, going to fuck over the baby and fuck her head up and then just, be like, what? See, no. No, not even cursed out. This is like, yeah, cursed out is a good start. Let me put it that way. That would be a start. But see, I don't understand this kind of evil heart towards a child that you would want to wound a child like that because now the child, see, what people don't think about is, okay, she's trying to say, well, she deserves to know. Why would that? I mean, why? Why? What good is it going to do for a 7 or 8-year-old child to know that? Is it going to change her life? It's going to make it better. It's going to bring her some money. What? All it's going to do is make her think, well, I have a daddy, and why didn't he want me? He didn't want me. He doesn't like me. What did I do wrong? You see what I mean? That's the part where these old bitches don't be thinking about the ramifications and the long term implications and damage that they're doing to the child by mouthing the fuck off and going and doing stuff that they had no business doing. So now that I've done all of that, the solution is what should you do with your little girl? I would first look into, before you tell her anything, look into what I said. It's been 8 years now. Okay, so you, whatever age she was when you first applied, you now have more years of this man being absent, and you have a man who's raising her as his own, and he wants to make it official. Okay, I would think that you should be able to get this through now. Okay, once you find that out, now you have a position, you're coming at it from a position of power. And you sit her down and because 8-year-olds can read, and you let her read the paper and you say, what grandma said is true. There was a man in mommy's past who was the actual person who helped mommy make you. Okay, but just like there's these things called sperm banks. It's the same thing. That person may be the father that helped create you, the biological father, but that's not the daddy. That's your daddy. That's the man who loves you, the man who holds you when you're sick, the man who will go to the bat for you. You rattle off all the things the daddy does. Because, see, in my world, there's two things there's father and there's daddy. Some little girls are lucky enough to have both of them present in the same man. Most don't. Okay, so you got daddy, and that's what she calls him, and that's the role he's playing. And you got to play that up big time. You got to make it seem like, there's like this man would do anything for her. He chose her. He loves her to death. He would do anything for her to make her feel safe and to make her happy. You know what I mean? You're going to have to play this up. But don't lie to her. Don't tell her it's not true. I know your husband doing that to protect her, but that's not the way. Oh my God! When I start getting choked up, my throat gets tight, and then I can't talk. But oh, this poor baby. Why is this that I got 2 shows in a row that bring me to tears? I'm not liking this at all. But I want you to do that, okay? And tomorrow's a business day, so you can start that ball in motion and find out what you can do to make that adoption official. And once you can get that underway, then that's when you had a conversation with her. But in the meantime, you keep her away from your mother. Keep all your kids away from your mother. Your mother is on some bullshit. I would just hate her for doing that to my child. So young and so incapable of really processing that without some parental intervention. My throat chakra. Okay, question number 17. Male, 30 to 36, out of Ottawa. So, approximately 6 years ago, I married the love of my life, the mother of our three beautiful girls. Approximately 18 months later, I started an affair with a work colleague after I left home. I can't explain why I left home, as I basically walked out on people that were meant the world to me. The affair started a few weeks later and lasted approximately 6 months. I did not stop and see what I was doing, and I was telling everyone lies about the reason why I left home, blaming everything on my wife, when in fact the problem was me. Of course you did. That's what idiots do. I realized I missed my wife and my kids, and I ended the affair so I could try and repair the damage I had caused. I went to counseling and therapy and was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. But again, I would just told everyone what they wanted to hear so I could get out of attending the sessions, and I moved back home. Roll on 5 years later, I'm back in the same position when my wife found messages to another work colleague I had started seeing, and now my wife is unsure if our marriage is even repairable. I'm a complete mess now, and a light bulb lit up, and I realized what I had done. I'm not blaming my mental disorder, but I never got the proper help I needed back then, and I let the problem get worse. I can't understand why I did this to the most important people in my life. I'm now getting the proper help I need, and I'm 100% committed, 100% committed, but I'm struggling on how to help my wife at the same time as it is her who is hurting the most. You didn't give a fuck about your wife then, and you don't give a fuck about her now. Not really. You only scared because you about to lose something that you thought you could take for granted. I know your tricks, little narc motherfucker. So what? You just gonna walk out on your wife and your daughter just because it was a sunny day and you just felt like it? You don't really have a reason. You said that you don't really have a reason. So and then you want to come back and then you're gonna turn around and do the same shit 5 years later. So there's 10 years of this bullshit that she's endured. I don't know how she did it. And so now that this is when the narcs go into a tailspin because your source of narcissistic pleasure and food and dependability is about to leave your ass, and you understand that. And so now you want to act like a light bulb came on. Ain't no light bulb came on, motherfucker. That's a firefly in your flying around in front of your big head, and you trying to out as a light came on. Leave your wife alone. She'll handle herself just like she has been. You need to worry about yourself and think about what you're going to do after you get a divorce, because that's what's coming. And you would have brought it all on yourself. I don't even have words for you. I hope that she understands what she's dealing with, which is an idiot, and that she does not give you a second chance, third, 15th, whatever number. This would be like your 5th, 10th, 20th chance, because she loves you like that, and she probably was trying to make a home for her daughters, but she's really realized that it's pointless because you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over. Question number 18. Female 18 to 21 from Washington, D.C. Oh, yeah, he's just he's a narc from the way back. He don't want to do nothing. He just want to keep her around with his little, oh, now I understand. Now I'll do better. I'm on a track team. Oh, female 18 to 21, Washington, D.C. I'm on a track team in uni, and my teammate, a man, has switched up on me. He used to be nice, saying I was like a sister, telling me about his personal life, letting me help him with homework. I'm pretty certain that he liked me, but now he's switched up. Recently, he got a girlfriend who's also on our team, but he's been very moody and rude towards me. He's super nice to his girlfriend, though. He will have an attitude and call me names and threaten me. I kid you not. What? I have been respectable and calm about it. I have asked him to stop, but he persists even when I don't try to talk to him. What is his problem? She puts in all caps. If we were not on the track team, I would have absolutely nothing to do with him. But since I am, I have to deal with him for the next 2.5 years. How can I resolve this in a civil manner? You are going to approach your coach and the whoever else is your school officials, and you're going to tell them what's going on. That's what you're going to do. You are a student and 18 to 21 years old, and you're a kid. Okay, this is not anything for you to handle by yourself or in a quote civil manner or any other way. You're going to go over there and you're going to tell them what's happening. You're going to tell them that he's threatening you and he's calling you names and he's bullying you and he's harassing you. That's what you're going to do. Now, this is important because of two things. You're going to do this because you want to document it. Because, see, they are obligated to make sure that this kind of stuff does not happen in organized sports. The fact that it is happening is only going to, they're only going to be able to do something about it when you tell them that's happening. What, you think they're psychic? They're going to figure it out by themselves. They're only going to know when you tell them. So you have to tell them to A, protect yourself and your rights. In case he does something, next level stupid, then you can go to police and he can be arrested and put in jail. Or because he's violating the code of ethics of an athlete, in which case they can kick him off the track team. That would be what I'd be looking for. It's like, you've acted stupid. You don't need to be on the track team anymore because you're not exhibiting sportsman-like conduct. That's what they call it. Now, I don't know what his problem is. Did he like you and feel like you rejected him? So he just got this other girl as, like a narc supply kind of thing to try to make you jealous, and he sees it's not working. So now he's really mad. I don't know what his story is, but it has something to do with this because the way he was coming on, treating you before and versus now, this lets me think that there's something not too swift about this girlfriend situation. It's like it's pretense because he really wanted to get with you. But the bottom line is you don't like him like that. That's why you saw him as a quote brother. But you need to let the people on your team know, and if necessary, go to the dean and stuff like that. But this needs to be a record needs to be made of this, and people need to become aware of it before something really bad happens. Because this thing, once he jumped to start threatening you, see, that's taking stuff to a whole new level. I don't know what his problem is, but you need to make sure that you have some backup there. Question number 19, male, 30 to 36 from Portland. I found a video of yours on a vegan page on Facebook and decided to reach out to you because I need help. My wife and I have been married 4 years the next week. We have a pretty good marriage and I love her unconditionally. She keeps bringing up her past though. She was my first girlfriend and I know I loved her. I married her and will always love her. She has had several eggplanty relationships. No penetration, but letting guys touch her, touching the guys, oral, etc. I honestly don't care, and I've told her that. Even after she's told me some scarring statements like mine is the smallest she's ever seen. Oh my God. Whatever. I just love her, he says. But she takes me through a torturous hell every other day, literally multiple times a week. She seems off, and I can sense it. I ask what's wrong. She tells me about some past guy's relationship with her and his junk. She says she doesn't want to think about it. It just happens. We are Christians. I told her the past is the past and it's okay. It'll always be a memory. Just let it pass and not affect you. She has let it affect her, though, to the point where it's affecting us. She lets the past guys in their huge junk areas control our marriage. Oh. Oh, what do these people write me? She's focused on them more than she is us. For example, we had eggplant yesterday. It was probably the best we've had because I got a toy to spice it up. It drove her wild and we did things we have never done. It was wonderful. 2 hours later, she mentioned how great it was and she was off. She told me she was thinking about other guys doing it. That was pretty horrific for me to experience. But I still love her. But it obviously hurts to the point of permanently scarring us. I don't know what to do. She says it doesn't matter who we talk to or what she does. It'll always be on her mind and always affect her. I can't keep living this way even though I love her. It's causing me massive emotional hurt that always makes me incapacitated to function throughout the day at all. Please give me advice. I need it badly. Thank you. You need a divorce. That's what you need. I'm sorry, my brother. I'm sorry, but this chick is whack as hell. I've never heard anybody do any shit like that they didn't hate. Okay, because if I'm really mad at a dude, I'll tell him all kinds of shit to hurt his feelings. But this is your wife, and she's still doing that. I don't understand that. Poor little Tink Tink. Shut up, Leandra. I mean, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't gonna say it. But dude, you just need to get a divorce. I mean, this chick, I don't know, something's wrong with her. Well, she feels like she needs to validate herself like that. That's kind of bizarre. Yeah, it's hurting his masculinity. It's hurting his personality. It's hurting his feelings. It's hurting everything. And she just doing it, like what? So they had big chunk, and yours is the smallest I've ever seen. Who says stuff like that to somebody? Oh my God. He doesn't have low self esteem. She's just dogging him like nobody's business. Anybody with self esteem would be affected by somebody telling them some shit like this. I mean, I'm not, even if his esteem is low, it's not his fault. She's doing the most to make it low. She just wanted to make it underground. So I'm like, I don't know what to say to Home Skillet. Why is this font on this page so small? Anyway, question number 20, female, 20 to 29, out of Antioch. That's not too far from here. My husband's brother's girlfriend. So her brother-in-law's girlfriend, why couldn't you just say that? Of a year is pregnant with her second baby. My mother-in-law asked me the other day if I would throw this girlfriend a baby shower with the help of one of my brother-in-law's sisters. Okay, so that's one of your sister-in-laws. Oh my God, how she's wording stuff is so weird. Apparently, the girlfriend does not have any close friends, so the shower would have to be thrown by someone in the family. My mother-in-law stated that she would help too, and that she wanted to, quote, invite a lot of people, end quote. I feel terrible to say this, but I was taken aback and annoyed. I thought it was weird that she asked me as her daughter-in-law to throw her son's girlfriend a shower. I assume that the showers are supposed to be thrown by family or close friends, and I'm neither one to this girl. I barely know her, and I've only seen her a handful of times over the past year. What do I know? What do I know of her? I don't much like at all. I think she has been abusive and controlling with my brother-in-law. Additionally, the thought of having to co-host something with my mother-in-law sounds like a slippery slope. She is also very controlling and pushy, and I can only foresee problems. This is all beside the point. There's a bunch of other reasons that I don't want to do this, but the reality is, and I feel like a total jerk for saying this, just to be honest though, I don't want to put the time, effort, and money into throwing a party for someone I don't know or even like. I also felt it was inappropriate for my mother-in-law to ask me to do this, given I have no relationship with this girl. Although I guess I will in the future, as she'll be the mother of my brother-in-law's future baby. Okay, see, she using all these like weird terms. You'll be the baby's aunt. Can you just shorten this down? All these words. It just seemed to a lot to ask when she could be asking her own daughters or throw it herself. I texted my mother-in-law today that I thought about it and it won't be able to co-host, but I'm happy to help with things. No response, and now I wonder if she's pissed. Do you or the squad have thoughts on this? Am I a jerk for not wanting to throw a shower? You can be blunt, as I have been in the past, not sugarcoating anything. Is it acceptable for me to say no, or should I just bite the bullet and do it? What would you do, Deb? I'd say hell no. First of all, who throws a baby shower for the second kid? Baby showers are for the first kid. Or like if you have like a big gap, like say you was married real young and then you got a divorce and then 10 or 15 years went by and then you got remarried, but you're still young. And so now here you are 37, 38 or whatever, and you having your second baby. Okay, well then you might have a shower. But she got, she a baby mama and this her second kid. Bitch, where's the shit that you had from the first kid? You better recycle that bullshit. We'll get you maybe some clothes and maybe a car seat or something. But if you ain't gonna have no shower and you sitting up there breeding like a fucking bunny rabbit, having babies hither and yon by every miscellaneous straight dick nigga you can find, and you want to be rewarded with a shower, hell no, not on my dime. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. And so the mother-in-law would not want to ask me to do that because that's what she would have got. Like, fuck that shit. You want her to have a shower, you throw it with your money, and I'll show up as a guest. I might help clean up or something, but I ain't spending my money, and I'm not doing nothing that involves a shower for that bitch. So that's going to be your grandchild. Y'all make it happen. Don't bother me. Don't ask me for nothing. And that would be that. And I don't have no problem saying stuff like that to people. No, she a baby mama. The woman who wrote the letter is married, but the girl who's having the baby is a baby mama to this lady's husband's brother. So it's her brother-in-law. I don't know. I'm just telling you. You seen women have a shower for every kid? What the fuck? What? And people go? Nah. You don't get nothing. Don't give too much. I wouldn't give a shit. By the time the baby comes, I might buy the outfit or something. But making a big deal. See, this is the part that drives me crazy. Somebody had sent me some pictures a while ago of these big showers around New Orleans or something. And these things are like a prom or something, like a wedding. And they have like all this stuff. It's like all this formal stuff, all these designs and all arches and shit. I mean, all this stuff. They made these people spending thousands of dollars on this damn baby shower for a baby mama. And I'm like, okay, when has the world twisted on its ear so that that kind of stuff is rewarded and stuff? I mean, it's like, why are you just having all these damn babies by all these different men? What is up with this? Where you think you'd be having this grandiose event behind it. And these people all like applauding and all this kind of stuff. I'm not saying you have to be ashamed about it, but I'm also saying you shouldn't be awarded for, giving applause and kudos and benefit from it either. It just is what it is. Make it happen. That's your baby. Don't be looking for other people to be, making up for the lacking that you have because you don't have no money. When you don't have no money, you can't afford to buy your baby some shit, then you don't need to have no kid. That's what that means. So don't be looking for me to fund your sex life and your fuck up by buying shit for your kid that you couldn't afford to have. I'm not going to do that. You should have thought of all that and used some birth control. You and dude, or got an abortion or some shit. That's not my responsibility. And so this thing here, where the mother-in-law's asking, she would have got an earful from me, and she would know. Don't even. And I probably wouldn't even go to the shower. It's like shit. I'm not going to that. He's sitting up there playing games, and this bitch gonna got 55 kids by 55 different men. No, that y'all handle that. I'm not a part of that scene. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, you be having a shower and acting like it's all special and wonderful and fantabulous. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I might do something else, but I'm not going to be doing that. All right, question 21, which is the last one of the night. Oh my God. These people tonight, Lady Boss, what is wrong with them? Female, 30 to 36, out of Michigan. My boyfriend, who's 39 of a year, told me that when I asked him if he doesn't know, when I asked him that he doesn't know if he is in love yet. Okay, so wait, so he's almost 40 and y'all been together for a year and he doesn't know if he's in love yet. I asked him if he felt infatuation now or earlier and he said yes. And I know, and he has told me before that he has feelings for me, and I can tell he cares a lot. I've met all his family and some of his friends. His dog loves me at least. But I'm not sure what to make out of it. When I asked if something was wrong or missing, he said he is just a slow burner. He wants to continue with me, he said. And half a year ago, I asked him if he sees a long-term potential with us, and he said yes. But I know he has been in love before in past relationship. Is it possible he likes me a lot and has feelings, but not really big ones yet? You're 30 to 36 and you're this dumb? This, my dear, is called a relationship of convenience. And he has a bag of breadcrumbs, and he's flinging them, flinging them, flinging them, flinging them. And you, like a little bird, just pecking that shit up, just peck, 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 and not really getting a full meal, and not really getting what you want, and not really getting anything except some crumbs. That's what you're doing. And he is the most bullshit man ever on two legs. Okay, let me tell you something. Men fall in love like that. Okay, they don't. It's not something where you are a slow burner for a year. That's bullshit. They either love you or they don't. And men, every man I've ever met that falls in love, they fall in love very quickly. So he trying to just space it out and pretend like he feels more than he does because you're convenient for him. You love him. He gets all the benefits of having a girlfriend that loves him, but he don't have to invest anything emotionally in you. So he's safe. It's safe for him to be in this situation. So you in the 30 to 36 age group, and this motherfucker here is almost 40 years old. what you need to do before it gets too late and you can't have kids and all the stuff that you want to have, you need to break up with him. Say, it's very nice that what you call it? Infatuated with me months and months ago. That's really great, but that ain't doing shit for me now. I don't know what kind of game you trying to run, but I'm not gonna play it with you. Deuces. So you go over there somewhere with your slow burning ass and burst into flames, but you're gonna do it over there somewhere and without me. And then you go on somewhere else and you find a man who wants what you want, and then you guys make that happen. So, you asked him if he saw long term potential, and he said yes, but he doesn't love you though. So what's the potential? You're not asking the right question. What long term potential did you see? Me being a baby mama? Me just living with you? Me and being here with you when you don't love me and you don't really have any real tie to me, but it's just convenient for you for me to be here? That's what he's saying. So I was telling you all about the red flags in the video that went up this morning. The red flags that you don't understand are red flags. A man who tells you after being with him for a year he's not in love yet, he's on some bullshit. And you need to pay attention to that. His dog loves you at least. What, you gonna marry the dog? Why is that even a relevant statement to this advice letter? You don't know what to make out of it. You dumb. That's what you make out of it. You're dummy. You're dummy. And you need to break up with this man and you need to do it today. Well, I guess what? If you out on the East Coast, where did you say you were? Michigan. Okay, to Detroit, somewhere out there. Okay, so that's probably late. You probably in the bed sleep by now. But when you hear this tomorrow, you need to call him up and say, let's break up because you don't love me and obviously you're never going to, as it would have happened by now. And I want some man who loves me. I want a man who I can love and who's going to give me his whole heart, and that's not you. So, girlfriend, just accept it. It's not going to happen. Not with this guy. You can have everything that you want, but you're just not going to have it with him. And the sooner that you guys accept stuff like that, and move on from it, the better off that you'll be. You don't want to keep wasting years and years of your life. You're in your prime age for marriage and having a family. Your career is stable, you're out of school, you got some money, you know what I mean? You're in a position now where you can be a great parent and really, afford some nice things for your child. You're in the perfect age group. But you're going to be wasting all your time and your fertility on a man who's never going to give you what you want, which is his heart. He's not going to do it, and you're just wasting your time. I want you guys to, really value yourselves more and what you got to give to a man in a relationship. You got to put more value on yourselves. That would be really great. That would make me very happy. So anyway, what am I gonna do next? Oh, okay, yeah, Friday we got the Dusty News Network. I'm thinking I'm gonna try to do something on Thursday. I have a lot of videos backlogged that I need to work on. I have a survey that's on the community wall. You go to the home page of the channel, you go to the community tab. There's a survey there that asks about falling in love. I'd like to get your opinion on that. I'm going to use that as a basis for the video that I put up on Thursday. So share your thoughts there about if you have control over who you love and falling in love. I'd like to, get your thoughts on that. So that's at the top of the youtube.com/Debsterism channel page, the home page, and click that tab that says community and it'll take you to the little community wall. And then just, put your vote in for that poll and let me know what you think. I'm going to close it on Thursday morning, and then I'm going to do the video that talks about the results on Thursday evening. All right. This is Deb Cooper from survivingdating.com. I want to thank everybody for coming and sharing your time with me today. Thank you to my moderator, the best moderator on YouTube, Lady Boss Bay. Round of applause. Yay! She's the bomb. And all of you guys who show up religiously every week to support this channel, thank you for your Super Chat donations and all your Patreon subscriptions. You guys really help make this channel what it is, and you really motivate me to do my best and to give you even more. This is Deb Cooper. I'll see you guys on Thursday, okay? Bye-bye.